All right, folks. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Let's Go Fishing Show. And I've got my two favorite guests here with me again tonight. And Bill, good to have you and Mike.
Always good to be here, Steve. Mike.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Dylan's got us set up on we had the remote mics last week, and now we're back to the stationary mics, and we're hoping that they're doing a little better. But we're glad to be here. Got a lot of things going on. Want to say hello to Dad and say hello to Polly.
Yes, sir. Got to say hello to both of them.
That's exactly right. And also the Yvonne and Stevie Collins families. They're loyal watchers every week. And Yvonne, I hope you get to feeling better and be praying for you on that. Stevie, just give me a call anytime you need me. And appreciate you all watching.
Well, we got to say about old Steve Cox. He's having a little problem himself. His mother-in-law fell and broke her hip, and she's in the hospital. And him is sure he's stressed out. They've been running themselves to death here in the last 3 or 4 days.
Bill, we've been this covered up. I'm telling you.
I know what you mean, son.
Well, I guess when it rains, it pours, and we had Christy got sick on us there when had the great grandbaby born there 2 Mondays ago, or on the 14th, and Christy at the hospital. She got sick, and so we've had our share of it.
That's right, old buddy.
We sure have, Bill.
Yes.
We sure have had our share of it. But everything's going getting better. Like Bill said, my mother-in-law fell. Today's Thursday, Monday morning. My wife goes down to feed her every morning, and she found her in the floor. So you seniors, be careful. It doesn't take but just
one mishap,
one little misstep, and you've got a broke hip, and that's what happened to her. So please be careful. If you're getting up, moving around, walking around, use a walking cane, or at least grab a hold of something. Set yourself up to have a clear path, because it can happen real quick. And we're thank the Lord that mother-in-law is no worse than what it could have been.
That's right.
It could have been really bad, but right now she's in a room and doing okay, and they operated on her yesterday, and she's going to have to go to rehab.
Right.
That's another thing. So we're going to deal with it, whatever it takes, and go on. That's all we can do.
That's right, son.
So, Miss Polly, I know you're listening. You be careful getting up. Mm-hmm. We don't want that to happen to you for sure. All righty. Mike, Bill, we've got some film. Our film's on Norris Lake, and everybody asked me, why don't you fish the watch bar? I said, well, because used to you could go down there and catch some fish of a night. But I said, years ago I made 3 or 4 blank trips down there, and I said, that's it.
Yeah, I tell you what, I remember a time when me and Hoyt Easton used to live on Watts Bar at night.
Yes, sir.
And we caught the far out of them, son. We really did. But the last 2 or 3 times I've been down there, it been deader than a stick, son.
Yes, sir.
So I sort of stayed with Norris. Norris is about as good as I've had it in the last few years.
I agree. And Bill, and Mike and Wesley and I went down to Watts Bar last year. Was it the August moon, Mike? We went about 2 or 3 days before the moon got full. I think we went on a Thursday or Wednesday night or Tuesday night or something like that, and we caught a fish apiece. Caught 3 fish, and we fished from 4 dark to 1 o'clock. And I said, boys,
Yeah, well, a lot of people ask me why we don't fish Douglas and Cherokee. Hey, listen, it's a long ways up there, and we don't have that much time. We really don't.
If we,
I fished Douglas and Cherokee both, and I've done real good there. I really
Yeah.
have. I've caught a lot of fish out of both of them,
Yeah.
and I would go for there more if I had more time.
Yeah,
But,
I agree.
Time with me is short, and I go to the best place I can go for the shortest time.
Yeah, that's true. I like to fish Cherokee a day or night, and I like to fish Douglas a day or night. But there again, it's 72 miles round trip from my house to Point 19, and it's 63 miles one way to Douglas Dam.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's 61 or 63 miles same way to Cherokee Dam. So that's one. So it's 126 miles basically. Yeah. Versus 72. So that's the deal. It ain't we don't like the lakes. I guarantee.
That's true. I love the lakes.
Yeah, it's just our time limit and us quitting at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and because of something we got to do on Saturday or got to get to church on Sunday, so we quit 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So we're from 8 to 2 is all we're fishing.
That's right.
About 6 hours.
Sure is. That's exactly right. And we can do that easy.
Yeah, sure can. Yes, sir. All righty, that's it. We ain't making excuses, folks. We wished we had more time. We'd definitely be other places, Bill. And we might even make a trip to Fontana.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that. I really would.
Yeah, get up there right before dark and not quit till daylight.
That's right.
Anyway, but we got some fishing film. Mike and Wesley was on a trip, and Bill and I were on the trip, and then Mike, you went back last night, didn't you?
Went back last night with Greg Crace, sure did.
Went with Greg Crace last night. Okay, that's good. That's good. But we're still finding the same old stuff. We're going to show the film, and then we'll come back and talk about it because, man, those fish up there, Bill, are changing every day.
Very much so. I talked to my friend Richard McIntosh. Him and his son fished Tuesday night on that one fish limit, and man, they had a tough time. Every fish they caught it before dark.
Yeah.
After it got dark, he said buddy, there wasn't no fish. I talked to several of the boys, and I knew about all of them really. And they said once it got dark, it just like
cut the switch off.
Cut the switch off, and they're pulling the water so hard. The auctionators from Anderson County Park to the dam, they had it running even. They said that you could see the bubbles coming up.
Is that
yeah,
right?
They was pulling the lake so hard they was pulling the oxygen out of the lake, and they started that auctionator, and they said it was run. And so when it does that, you can't stay out there on that main channel. You got to get where them our fish has got something to get behind or back in a holler or something.
Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot of sense right there. Well, we got that hurricane building up down in the Gulf and fixing to dump a lot of rain on Texas and places there, Louisiana. Don't know how much of it will reach us, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
That's exactly right. Yeah, buddy. Sure is.
So I guess that anticipation of that, they're pulling the water pretty hard. Which it's time for them to be pulling that water down.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. The lake is already down to around 10, 12, 20, 13, something like that. It's low for this time of year, but on the other hand, it's just about where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It always is about Labor Day. It's,
right.
When it gets down there around 10, hey son, that you better look out.
Yeah, I agree.
When they stop pulling that water just a little bit, but oh man.
Yeah, I guarantee you that'll be good. Well, what happened was they started their drawdown, then we had all them days of rain, and it they wasn't pulling as much as was coming in.
That's right. That's exactly right.
It kind of come up.
Yeah, did.
Because we saw a few of those markers out there showing, and then next thing you know, they's 4 foot up. Yeah,
couldn't find them anymore.
Couldn't find them. It's gone. That's exactly right. We showing your film, Mike, or who was showing for?
I guess they show mine first. It don't
Okay,
matter.
Dylan, are you ready? All right, man. Put us Mike's or mine, either one, buddy. Just let them roll.
I know Watts Bar was, remember rains, man, every time you went across down there, the emery was just solid mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Mr. Wesley with me, and we're going to go out here and see if we can get on a few of these walleye and get on some of these smallmouths. So just whatever we can get to bite, I guess, Wes.
Anything fish.
Anything
We
fish.
catch fish, we'll be doing good.
Be doing good, all right? These people over there with their feet in the water cooling it a little bit there. Well, anyway, it's getting, the sun's down. Moon won't be up till late, but we're going to get out here and try them a little bit anyway and see what we can do. And hopefully we can find a few of them for you. So remember the sponsors, folks, and we're going to go get them. So let's go fishing.
Go.
All right. Mike's got the first fish. They've been jumping off all night, ain't they, Mike?
Yeah, let's hope that's a smallie. He sure feels like one. He's just shaking that head trying to get off.
Oh, yeah. Exactly what it is. All right. He's just bulldogging.
He sure was bulldogging. Goodness. Built like a 10-pounder. All right, Wes, ain't too bad. We'll get in there and get some more, maybe.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Wes. It's a nice one, buddy. Real nice one. You up here. When he comes up to jump, so we're going in here. Yeah, I say he's fly shy now. Get him up here. Yeah, oh yeah. Whoa now, Wes. What you hollering about? He pulling on you, is he?
A little bit.
Huh?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Now, bring him on. Bring him on in here. There you go. That's a dandy there, Wes. Dandy there. He's pretty chunky. Bill was talking about the fish being a little fat, and he got a little weight on him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what do you nice there? Oh, yeah. Real nice one, Wes. Real nice one.
21 inches.
Yeah, he's good. Dandy. Turn him down. We'll get another.
Down he goes. Let's get another.
Yeah.
All right, there's Mike with one.
Yeah.
Little fish. Took your hog, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. There it is. That's a little fish. There he goes. All right. Mike's got him one. Finally.
Yeah.
He's had the hardest time keeping them hooked.
You got that right.
I don't think that one was coming unhooked anytime soon. All right. Pretty little fish. There he goes. See you later. All right. Mike's got him there. We're going to have to wait a second so I can catch a fish.
Yeah.
Well, he about swallowed it, didn't
Oh, yeah. That's hard.
he?
Good spot anyway.
There he goes. All right. Mike's got himself another. He don't act very big, Mike. There he goes. Oh, yeah. That's a nice one.
Good. Very good. Oh, now. Oh, now.
You don't like
Oh, that lip.
didn't like the look of that finger. You didn't want to get.
Let me touch that lip.
No, sir.
Right.
All right.
Nice.
It's a long, slender fish.
Yeah, he's 18 or better.
Oh, yeah. All right. There he goes.
Get him back in. Let's go.
All right. Mike had one right there and got off.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get another one, Mike.
All right, I'm up here with Greg, and here's our first big smallmouth right there. That's a nice one. We're going to throw around here a little while tonight and see if we can find some of these big smallmouth. So we'll put him back in the water and see if we can catch some more. All right, your turn, Greg. Can't get that locket boy out here. I'll have to get somebody else to help back me up.
Well, Bill's called him something. I ain't gonna say on TV what he called him.
Yeah.
It may be pretty close to the truth.
All right, Greg got him one on now. I knowed he would. Just give him a little time there. Bring him on in here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's another nice one. Looky there. Uh-huh. All right. That's what we like to see. It didn't take 2 or 3 throws to get another one. Yes, sir. That's a real nice one. Put him back, and we'll get us another one here and see what we can do with him. Hang with us. Yep. See what we got here. Get those.
Lee Mike's got a big cat.
I don't know if it's a cat or a rock.
It's a nice one, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
Cat.
That's what he acts like, a catfish. Drum one.
Cat.
Yeah, that's a big cat. Climb me over, then. Yeah. Woo. Oh, the rascal. I'm burnt.
Yeah. You got stink on your line now. You won't catch another one.
That's for sure. Stink on. What a dude. All right.
Mike got him another one here.
Yeah.
Caught this one on the blade.
Yeah. Broke the spinnerbait right there then. Sure did. Broke that spinnerbait. All right.
Well, that's poor, ain't it?
He's forward to. Yeah. You put him back. Yeah. Arm off that spinnerbait. Good little largemouth there. That's surprising. There you go. I don't think he could have slung that hook up. Come out and out. Pair of flowers or something. Jerk on that a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right. Old big black spot on his tail and everything. He's pretty poor too. Let's put him back.
Running like it is, I imagine they did because they had to get it.
Yeah, I'd say you're right. All right, folks, we're back. Mike forgot to do something before we get started here. No, we done that. The Ronnie Brown tribute, folks, is going to take place tomorrow night at halftime at the Oliver Springs Kingston game. If you're a former player, Coach Brown, we'd sure appreciate it if you'd make the trip down and show up there at the game. We're going to do the tribute at halftime, 5 or 6 minutes. We're going to get on the field and back off the field and give out his plaque and all that kind of stuff, and then we can socialize before and after that. But anyway, we'd like to have a big crowd down there. So that's going to take place tomorrow night at halftime, and we've been telling everybody we're going to start meeting 6:30 there around the concession stand. We're going to be in that neighborhood and just kind of get acquainted with everybody we hadn't seen in a while. So if you can make it, and you, like I said, please do so. And then if you can't make it to the game tomorrow night and you want to say hello to Coach Brown, come by the activities building at Kellytown Baptist Church there Saturday at 12 noon. We'll be there till the last person leaves. We said 12 to 2, but if you're still there, we'll stay.
Stay there with them.
Stay there with them. That's exactly right, Bill. So please remember that, and we'd appreciate it if you'd attend that and be there with us. Okay, Mike, what about the fishing?
Well, I started out, me and Wesley there, and I was catching them on that Z-Og.
Yeah.
And then it just seemed like they could quit hitting it. And I searched around, and Wesley trying several baits, and I finally got on to Kelly Green with a black rhine on it. And first place we stopped down there, I caught 2 off bit and lost 3 more. And I had a hold of it, just come undone, And then we went and moved to another place, and pretty much the same thing there. Caught a couple of fish, and one jumped off right at the boat. It was a nice one, and had a couple of others that pulled off, And, last night wasn't all that much different as far as them fish getting off. You get a hold of them, and some of them you might get 2 or 3 cranks on. Some of them you get them halfway to the boat, and some of them right at the boat, and they get off.
We've experienced that for some reason.
Yeah.
I never lost so many fish.
Yeah, I ain't either. I ain't figured out what they're doing, but you can feel them the whole time. You wind them in with pressure on them, that head is shaking, and they shake that hook out somehow or another.
Yeah.
I don't know how, because that's a big hook that I'm using.
Well, I meant to bring some baits tonight because I've been thinking about this, and I'm going to trim my skirt back a little bit. I'm going to shorten that bait up some.
Yeah.
I've got to do something, because when you're losing 3 to 1, for every one you get in the boat, you're losing 3 more. We got to do something.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, buddy.
I'm going to shorten my skirt up and compact that, downsize that bait a little bit, and see if that won't help us get a better, get some hookups. When you get a fish hooked good, he's hooked good.
Yeah.
But if them that's getting off is hooked in half as good as them that we're getting in, I don't see how they're getting off.
I don't either. Like I said, I've never lost so many fish. I might not be able to set the hook as well as I used to, but I can still jerk pretty hard.
Yeah. I've been, shoot, we've been in the boat together. I know you setting the hook plenty hard enough to catch fish, but they just getting off, and I don't know what. But I'm gonna try something. I'm not gonna keep on doing what we're doing, and the next trip I'm gonna take the scissors.
Yeah, shorten that bait up.
Shorten it up. I'm gonna trim that skirt back a little bit and see if that'll. It's either going to make it worse or help it one.
Right, one of the two. We'll find out.
We'll find out. Yeah, I may not get no bite. But
sometimes you throw out there and it falls down and one's done got it before it hits the bottom.
Yeah.
Or you start moving it and you won't even know that they got it. Or you just feel the least little bitty bump. And then all of a sudden the next one hits, he jerked the rod out of your hand.
Yeah.
You never know what they're going to do.
That's a fact, Mike. And usually them that hits that thing before it hits the bottom, them's the ones you hook good.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they sure are. Yeah. Hello, caller.
Hey,
Hey, Tony, what's going on?
Not much.
Not much. Listen, is there any way you can get them pictures? You keep intimidating Mike with the pictures, Tony. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's wrong?
Well, I mean, he keeps wanting to get his minnow bucket.
He'll be there for a while. He'll be funny,
I'm afraid he's going to break bad on us here if we don't do something. Hey, Dylan, put that pictures of them crappie up there. Old Tony sent me. Well, you fellas is doing pretty good, Tony.
Yeah, we've been doing real good. We had 23 last week.
Look at that.
Yeah, buddy.
Doggone, what crappie.
Ah, man. There's some nice ones there, buddy. I'm telling you, some nice ones.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, where was you at this time?
We was fishing up Stout Creek, Butt Creek up that way this time.
Was you?
Yeah,
Well,
about 20 foot deep.
yeah. Basically, you've just been all the way from Bucks
Right
Creek
for
to Thief Neck Island.
Yeah.
Well, you was down below White's Creek one trip, wasn't
Yeah, we're done between Rockwood and White's Creek.
you? Yeah. So, it stands to reason the farther up the river you go, the shallower they ought to be.
You think
yeah.
that?
Yeah. Is that not what you're finding?
It was this past weekend, yeah.
And well, what I'm getting at is the water level itself is not as deep up through there as it is down White's Creek and on down. Yeah.
We started moving that water a lot. It's just about shut off when I catch one.
Yeah. And that's another thing. That current up there is going to keep the water cooler.
Oh, yeah. That's what. The water is really cooled off on Norris even.
Yeah,
and that,
sure
I know
has.
it would be on Watts Bar, too.
Yeah, sure has. But I'll tell you what, and you say you got them about 20 foot?
Yeah.
Jugs. Well,
I don't know what you're doing, Tony, but whatever you're doing, son, just keep it up.
yeah.
They're really, really good crappie.
Yeah, sure are. They ends up doing good.
I think we caught 137 last 5 weeks, keepers.
137 in the last 5 weeks. Man, that's good.
Yeah.
Shoot, that ain't nothing wrong with that, buddy. I'll tell you that right now.
We're going to go again this Saturday.
Well, yeah, I don't blame you. I would too. Yes, sir. Dang, ain't no doubt about that. You said how many you caught in the last? How many?
137.
137 keepers in the last 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Shucks, can't beat a deal like that.
That's true.
Yeah, that's all right, man. Shucks. Has Terry got all them cleaned up and got them in the freezer?
He's got half of them. I got half of them.
Oh, well then, so you could put in a quarter and he could put in a quarter and we could have a fish fry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's what I'm looking for, Tony.
Yeah, what do you think? Huh? What about that?
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, heck, you wouldn't have to use all yours and he wouldn't have to use all the ones he's got, and I got cookers.
Man, and what Steve don't have, I have.
Yeah.
Well, Bobby, a friend of ours, he was with us Saturday too, but he had 3 keepers.
Uh-huh. Man, I tell you what, I'm like Bill, Tony. You're doing good, and keep it up, son.
Well, I'll let you go. I enjoy your show there.
Buddy, appreciate that. Keep sending me them pictures now.
You just keep an eye on Norris.
I'm telling you, he's going to break bad on us if the smallmouth don't pick up.
Yeah. See.
All right, see you,
If
Tony.
the smallmouth don't pick up, we're going to join you.
All right, George, I'll go with that. That's a fact.
He was talking that 20 foot. That's what that depth finder shows up there. Most of all them minnows, when you moving around out there, they're not 20 foot or so, just right in that area right there.
Yeah.
20 to 15, something like that. Just and at times it just almost blanked the screen out there. It's so thick up there, but it seems like that 20 foot's
Well,
right temperature depth for them right now.
We're not keeping any of them fish. And if you was to have, if you were used to normally, you put some fish in the live well. That live well's full of them crawdads.
Oh yeah, sure
Well,
are.
And then the other evening, Wesley and I were up there. That didn't come up before it got dark, and we seen him spit up 4 or 5 of them shad minnows. So, you know, they're feeding on them shad. They ain't no, they gotta be, and the crawdads too. The thing that I've noticed there, and you guys too, when them willow flies, mayflies are popping up on top of the water, there's a lot of activity starts going, and they not doing it everywhere all over the lake.
No, they sure ain't.
They just a spot here and a spot up the lake, and one down the lake that there'll be a hatching, and when they start popping up on top of the water, buddy, the fish go to feeding and breaking water, and you know, everything kind of comes together. And so we've only been there the other night when me and you quit. They was just getting started.
Yeah, sure were.
They was just getting started, and we had to quit. But you know, there a few years ago, shoot, we caught the fool out of them fish right there underneath them dang willow flies when they was hatching up.
Yeah, me and Mike was up there just before then. Why, man, we got in the awfulest hatch ever was. We almost could have shoveled them out there after a while.
Yeah. So they're feeding on them nymphs, or either the minnows is feeding on them, and the dang fish are feeding on the minnows. But that's that. Right. Yeah. Them things comes up and just a little old worm, and they hit the top of the water. They pop open, but the fish is acting. You know, you just when you're around them, you'll start getting breaks, and you know, fish are breaking and feeding, and good place to be, really, if you can put up with the willow flies a hatching.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But like you said, they're not doing it all over the lake.
No, they won't be everywhere. Yeah, you can go several places and they won't be none around, and you can hit the right place, and actually it's kind of where there's some muddy bottom.
Yeah,
I
think. A little shallower.
And a little shallower. I agree to yes, sir. Sure is. It's hard for them rascals to hide on a rock pile.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's kind of another scenario that's going on up there. Let's see. There was something else I wanted to mention too. Tim's tires. They've had phone trouble. I've had 2 or 3 people tell me they couldn't get phone get through down there at Tim's. That the phone would just ring and ring and ring. Talked to them this week, and they've had all kinds of phone trouble. Phone trucks running around out there on the side of the road trying to find the trouble. So we put up another number. It's a cell number. It rings directly to Kevin Ward's phone, which is Tim's son. 22223-1079, I think's the number. That number right there bypasses the office, takes you straight to Kevin's on his cell phone, and hopefully if you're needing service down there, you can get one of them on the phone there. Still try the office number, the 882 number, but that new number right there is Kevin's cell phone, and hopefully if you need some tires or whatever you might need, you can get in touch with them. But they are having landline trouble down there for some reason or another. Don't know if somebody's dug into the line or what, but
yeah.
Well, I seen them down there bush hogging and clearing, doing under the lines down there. So you know they may have run into one of them posts or done something or cut something the wrong way.
Yeah. So they wanted to apologize and wanted me to let everybody know, you know, what the deal was on that. If you're having trouble getting in down there, so you can call that new number and get through to them. All righty. Let's see what else we got here, guys.
Got you and Bill's film.
Got mine and Bill's film in there. Yeah, let's show it too, Dylan. That way I'll be under pressure to go back to the lake, Bill, and get some more film.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, well, okay. You want to talk about that for a minute? All right, give me just a minute there. That's old Jason Foster right there. Looks like Jason's got 3 largemouth. Yeah. I'd say Jason's been hot up there this year, Bill.
Yes, sir.
He sure has. Him and his dad got hooked back up, and then they've been catching some largemouth up there in that creek now.
Right.
They've been there in Cove Creek, and they catching them largemouth. And I'd say he probably won with that right there last week. Jason, you gonna call us in and tell us what the deal is? He just sends me the picture. He won't send me no text with it of what they done, how they done, and I'm pretty sure he's watching. So dial the number there whenever we come back and tell us what you's won with that, if you won first place or what. But they've been catching a lot of them largemouth up there in the creek.
Yeah, well, them largemouth has got right back in them there shallow water, son.
Yes, sir.
Some of them, I talked to some of the boys up there that fishing at their one fish limit, and they said that they can see some of the fish just moving back there in 5-6 inches of water.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. Well, Jason talked to him there a couple of weeks ago, and he was telling me that he had a fish. Said, "Look at this fish's tail." He said, "I believe it just come off the nest." And sure enough, I said, "Well, that doesn't surprise me now, you know."
It don't me either, Steve.
No,
That's right.
Sure don't. All right, Dylan, put the film up, buddy. Here we go. Have to be here. Glad to have old Bill with me. Wesley's in with Mike, and so we're going to double team them tonight, Bill.
That's exactly right. That's what we all come for. We double team one another, and who comes out on top, buddy, they're the winner.
That's right. All right, we're going to get at it, folks. Remember, our sponsors there, give you a little shot of where we're going to start at right here. Good looking point right here, and we'll see if we can get a bite off of it.
Folks, that's our first fish tonight.
That's our first fish too, Bill, and like you said, he's got a little bit of belly on him.
Yes, sir, he really has, son. Yes, sir. He's better than what some of them we've been catching.
Yeah, he is, and I've had 2 other bites. Got him 1 for 3, folks. 1 for 3. We'll get him back in the water. There he goes.
Oh, look at him. He throw water back at you.
All right, folks, there's our second fish, and I've missed 2 or 3 more, 4 more, actually. Had 2 of them hooked.
Yes, sir.
And coming to the boat, and they got off on us. And Bill's had a couple of bites, and he hadn't hooked up yet, so we're going to stay at him.
I've had a little problem getting the hook in one.
Yeah, I tell you, we get a hook in him, he's going to get off. All right, we're going back in the water.
Awful soft, that's for sure.
They are, Bill. They're biting real soft. All right, folks, Bill's got a fish on here now. We don't know what he is. Oh, man. Golly bum. It's a dandy, whatever it is. A big one of some kind.
That's what he is, son. He's big.
Yeah. Oh, Lordy. It may be one of them we have to chase down, Bill.
Maybe it sounds like either a catfish or a drum one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure do, son, yeah.
All right, we're still waiting on to see what he is here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's come out in the front of the boat here now.
Yeah. He feels like a drum.
Okay.
He really does.
I've left my line out. I hope he don't get tangled up.
No, he won't get tangled up. Come on up here, boy. Come on up here.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, buddy.
Whatever he is, he's big. I can't slow him down.
I hear you. All right. I'm going to get my line in here while I got a chance.
You got plenty of time, all right?
You ain't never slowed him down yet, have you?
I ain't got him wore down yet, old buddy.
Yeah.
That's what it might be. Whatever it might be, but I don't know if it's going to go in that net or not.
Oh, golly bum, Bill. What a fish. I mean, look at that. Golly bum. Buddy, I don't know about this. You talking about a fish now. Golly. Folks, right there is a fish. I mean, a big fish. Golly bum, Bill.
What a fish.
Look.
Lord have mercy.
God.
I said he felt like a drum. And
Whoa, man. Good. Buddy, I thought that was a big one you caught the other night, but that one right there is almost twice as big. That fish weighs 25 pounds.
Yes, sir. He sure will every bit of it. Yes, sir.
Golly, fun.
Lord have mercy. Hey, he gave me a little excitement there for a while.
He sure did. Let me lay the camera down and get the hook out of him, and then we'll go from there. Golly, bum, Bill.
What about that?
Hold on just a second.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Now I've got it. No, he ain't either. Got it wrapped around that blame screen on the camera. Let's see. How do I do that?
Hey, man.
There it is. I believe. No, it ain't. Still tangled up, Bill. Let me
turn him back here and I'll get him.
hold on a second. Figure this out here. I've tied a knot into that blame thing or something here. I see it there now. Come on. Yeah. Now then. Got it now.
Okay, son.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Let me get him out of here.
Buddy, I want you to look there. What a fish, folks. I'm telling you, you talking about a that blame drum.
25, 30 pounds.
Oh, Lord, yeah. Goodness gracious alive. What a fish. Man, look at that rascal. I got to lay him back down and get another hold on. All right. Well, I'm going to get him up. Try to get him back in the water.
Yeah, get him back in there.
I want you to look at that. Golly.
Look at him. What a belly he's got.
Yeah.
He's been eating good.
He sure has, Bill. Back the camera up. Get a good picture of that.
He's been eating good.
Goodness gracious. There he is. Man.
He probably won't swim for a while.
Wow, no, he's wore out. He wore himself out, Bill. He sure did. Goodness gracious. Oh, buddy, there he goes.
Yeah.
He's gone down now. Dadgummit. Lord. Oh, my goodness.
He's pretty healthy.
That's a pretty good fish right there, Bill. He ain't bad.
No, sir. He sure ain't, old buddy.
He's long. That fish pushing 18 inches. He ain't.
Sir. He sure is.
All right.
And he got a little belly on him.
Yes, sir. He sure has.
Okay, son.
We get him back in the water and get another one, Bill. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks. There's Bill holding up another fish.
That's right.
We've had 10 or 12 fish bites and had 8 of them hooked, and we've only got 4 in the boat.
4 of them in the boat. That's right, son.
We ain't doing too good, Bill.
Hey, well, it ain't us. That's the fish.
At least we're getting some bites. The fish are biting.
Exactly right.
They are biting. And Bill had that big old drum on, but I don't know what it's going to take to hold on to these fish. There they go. All right, we're back at it.
I'm glad my...
There we go. Now then, got one flopping in the bottom of the boat here, Bill.
Yes, sir, old buddy.
Yeah, I'll try to get him loose here. Dadgum. Yeah, boy. All right, there we got him. Got him in. Yes. Hold on, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Hold on.
Got him hooked just right.
Yes, sir, right in the top. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, boy.
Yes, sir, Ray, old buddy.
Right behind that top lip. Yes, sir.
Just where he's supposed to be.
Yes, sir. Sure is, Bill. That gummit fish. You got that meat hung right there. Let's see if I can get you loose. That gum little rascal. Let's see. What did I ever see?
Huh?
Well,
There you go.
yeah, he's that gummit hung. Just a little bit of that skin got him there. There it comes. All right, back in the water. Okay. All right, folks, we're going to get after him again here now. Got that fish loose. I grabbed up Bill's rod.
Yes, sir.
Bill?
He grabbed up my rod.
You got him?
No, I had a twinkle there.
Yeah. Yeah, I grabbed up Bill's rod because that jig looked so dang good, and I'm a son of a gun. I had 6 fish on it, and they just got 2 in the boat. So we're going back at them, folks. All right, folks, I've got a pretty good fish in the boat here and can't get him back in the water.
He got a good belly on him.
Yeah, pretty good fish, Bill. He's gone. He's meaner than a striped snake.
Yeah.
He jumped around and carried on here like crazy. Fouled up here. Let's see. Well, he's one of them small fish, Bill, we've been talking about.
Yes, sir. He sure is, old buddy.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Him one of them small ones.
Yep. I got to clean the lens on the camera. It's fogged up here.
Hey, well, that's where he's supposed to be, right at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, sir.
All right. Get him back in. Let's get another, Bill.
Yes, sir. He's small, but he might go up and be a
big one.
big one.
Yeah, boy.
Look at him take off.
Yeah. All right. Okie dokie. Clean the camera up here. It's fogged up on us. Yeah. All right. There's another small fish, but he looks pretty healthy, Bill.
Oh, yeah. The ones that we've caught tonight, I think they've gained some weight here in the last week or so.
Yeah, they sure have. Buddy, I tell you what, folks, we have missed a bunch of fish. I mean, I just had one to cast before, a good fish, get off, and just got him here at the boat, and he come unbuttoned, so we try him again. All right, that Bill's got another fish there, folks. I don't know how many we put in the boat. 10 or 12, maybe more.
Yeah, old buddy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, Bill. That's a good deal.
Yes, sir. He might grow up to be a big man.
Yeah, I had one on there a minute ago.
I know it.
Throwed him in the, flipped him up in the boat, and that gum, if he didn't come out the other side. All right.
Put him in the boat, and he went out on the other side.
Yeah. All right, we're back. Bill, Mike, like I said, you heard me several times in the film there talking about how we was losing them fish.
Yeah, sure did, and we lost several that night. But I tell you what, that one really tested my equipment. That really did, and it even tested me. I didn't know whether I was ever going to get that fish up to the top of the water or not. That thing would have weighed 25 or 30 pounds.
Yeah, he's a whopper. he was a
I didn't want to lose my jig.
Right.
But I didn't. I done everything that I could to get him up. I could not get that sucker up, buddy.
Yeah, he was I turned the boat around 2 or 3 times there to keep him from running under getting the line in the big motor and getting him tangled up. But now, buddy, he was doing some pulling. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is this Steve Cox?
This is him. Is this Roger?
This is Roger, buddy.
Hey, how about it, Rog?
I seen you had Jason's fish up there, buddy, and Jason's going to fish, and he couldn't call in. So I thought I'd call in.
Well, that don't surprise me. Listen, did you win the tournament the other night?
Yeah, he won with them fish, yeah.
Yeah, good.
He fished that one fish tournament the other night and broke my brand new rod.
Oh, Lordy.
Them boys, for my birthday, they bought me a new rod and reel down there at the edge mower.
Yeah.
He's done broke my new rod.
Uh-oh.
Well, did you whip him with what was left of it?
No, I reckon he's going to go back and give me another. But if I don't know if I let him fish mine or not, I told him he might have had something on like Bill caught there a while ago, but
yeah.
it wasn't till he's finished.
Hey, Lordy, Rog, buddy, it's good to hear from you. I figured Jason won. He had, I don't know how much weight he had. That one fish looked like a 4 or 5 pounder.
Yeah, it was. We've caught several fish 4 pounds, over 4 pounds, up around 4 and 5 pounds.
Yeah. You've been doing pretty good.
Yeah, these one guy caught one down there the other night. That was about 7.5 or something.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, that's good.
That's dandy, buddy. That's dandy. Man, I'm glad to hear that we're getting back, Bill. I mean, getting the largemouths coming back up there.
That's sure are.
That sounds good. I don't know whether, Roger, if the fish are coming back or the fisherman's got smarter. What do you think?
But I don't know about that. I'd like to say that we've got smarter, but I don't know, buddy. We're just lucky, I think.
Are you catching them fish right pretty shallow, or what's the depth you've been catching them?
Yeah, Bill, we've caught them, buddy. Jason said out there 25 or 30 foot of water. He said all I can do to cast to the bank, and some of them come right off the bank, buddy, and some of them you catch them plumb out under the boat.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it's. You take that big old drum that I caught. Well, that drum came from right where we've been catching lots of big old smallmouth. Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, I figured he was down there feeding with them our smallmouth they'd like to be the places them our smallmouth are. And that's the same way them our largemouth. They'll get shallow and then they'll get a little deeper. But I'm glad you're having that good of luck on them.
Yeah, we've done pretty good. Jason's fired up about it, but he's really big. He fishes about every day.
Yeah, I figured when I said Jason called me, he hadn't called. I figured he was on the water.
Yeah, well, that's the reason I went in and called in there.
Well, I'm glad you did, Roger. You know it's good to always hear from you.
Yeah, on that deal you are going to take somebody fishing there
yeah.
For a while back. I was there and heard that show there, and I thought about calling you in that night. Tell you, I might donate a little to go out there and just go out there and give them a bill and catch some of them smallmouth or something.
Yeah, we was trying to raise some money for a mission trip in the church, and I thought, well, heck, I can't do much of nothing else, so I can run the boat, while somebody else catches them.
But if you run that trolling motor to me, that'd do me good. It's hard for me to stand up there and do that. But I don't know, I might just go with mine.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
I thought about calling you and getting you just go on a turtle hunting trip down there or something, but I ain't done that much either this year.
Yeah. Shucks, I don't know about that. I told you I'd hold the bag.
All right, then. I'm going to get off here on the evening's long.
Thank you, Roger. Good to hear from you, buddy.
All right, you too, Steve. See you, Mike.
All right, see you, bud. All right, good to hear from old Rod. Hey, folks, before we get into this too much further here, I wanted to let everybody know our YouTube account is updated. We had some problems with password and this, that, and the other, and old Dylan's got busy here and got all of our shows plumb back to 2013. So that's when we started, Mike, I believe.
Yeah, totally.
The first show there was in February of 2013, and so we're over 200 and some episodes right now, I do believe, and I hope we can continue, Bill.
I do too, son. Yes, sir. I sure do too.
Yeah, and so there's kind of what Dylan's got up, and if you want to get on there and pick, go back and look at something we've done or what have you, it's available. So I appreciate Dylan doing that, and he's doing good. Man, we don't have much time, do we? Listen, there's a few tournaments going on, folks. You heard Roger. These right now through the week, and they're still having some of these 2 or 3 hour tournaments in the afternoon, 6 to 9 type deals. They're still going on, and shoot, they've got. I think there's 2. I know that one fish limit tournament. Is it what nights they have it on, Bill?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday
night, yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's like from 6 to 9 or 6 to 9:30, something like that. I'm not sure exactly, but I believe that's right.
Yeah. Okay. So there's still several of those going on through the week. Then you got the weekend tournaments still going on. A few of those. For instance, the Phoenix Tournament Trail, James Knuckles Volunteer Bass Trail, their next tournament is September the 30th on Old Hickory. And then they go to Center Hill on October the 28th. So we'll mention them again here a little bit later on. The Tennessee Team Trail, their classics, October the 21st and 22nd. That's on Cherokee Lake. And then you got... and I did hear that Jason Nichols won the King of the Hill. I think that's right. If it's wrong, somebody call in and tell me. And but you got September the 9th, the Blue Ridge Bassmasters will be on Watch Bar September the 9th at Tom Fuller Park. So there's 3 tournaments right there. And then you got the White Pine Marine. They'll be September the 23rd. They're going to be on Cherokee at 25E Bridge. So we've still got a few tournaments on the schedule. And then you'll have the fall tournament schedule will be out in a few days. September, I know Wesley, the high school team, they're fishing September, October, and November, for sure. And so they'll be on and that's a good time of the year, Bill.
It sure is. Another thing we got coming up is deer season.
Yeah, exactly
it's
right.
Right here, around the corner from us, right here.
Yeah, sure is. And I can't wait myself.
I know it.
I had a fella to ask me.
I'm not going to say why, but I can't wait myself.
I had a fella to ask me, since we know for sure that they got that boat ramp or the dock in down there at Emory, does anybody know whether they got any of the others in?
Yes, they do have that one down at, Ray Bryant called in the other night and said that they had that one down at,
Blue Springs?
Shady Oak or something?
Shady Grove, I believe he said. Or what is it, Shady Oak?
Shady Oak.
Okay, yeah. Let me pull that map up right here, just a second. I've got the map and where they're supposed to be and everything right here.
While you're doing that, go ahead.
Go ahead. Hey, hello. Did I not get him?
No.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to tell you, they got that ramp in there at Shady Grove. It's nice down there at Dock is.
Okay, good, Tony. I'm glad you come in there on that. I knew there's another one done somewhere, but I couldn't think of where it's at, and I was looking for my map.
We started Tuesday for a little while. It's a nice place.
Yeah, that one they put in at Little Emory's a nice one too, buddy. I mean, it's nice. It's going to make a lot of difference about getting in and out down there in the wintertime, especially.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you later after the weekend.
Okay, Tony. You too, buddy.
We got to mention the road up there going into Point 19.
Buddy, right. Bill, you exactly right. I told, I said that the other night. We was going up there. I said we forgot to mention that last Thursday. Yeah. Well, we're gonna take 1 minute here, folks. Listen, the water tank, just this side of the water tank going down to Point 19 has been paved and real nice.
Oh, it's nice, buddy. We got to get the rest of it done.
We got to get the rest of it done. So
say thank you to Claiborne County on that.
Union County. Union County. Yeah, if that was the Union County part, it's done and they done real good. And we appreciate it.
Gary Long, he's the road superintendent up there. Gary, you told me as soon as they got theirs that you was going to do yours. And, buddy, I'm going to hold you to that, Gary.
All right. There you go. That's what we need, folks. If anybody listening can help us with getting that done, we sure would like to get that. What did I say it was, 8/10 of a mile from where Union County started back to the stop sign there. So, somewhere along there. So if you can help us, we'd sure appreciate it. You got a lot more traffic up there right now. They built a nice parking lot down there and got bike trails, got a nice restroom facilities, and we got a lot more traffic. So we need to get that road fixed, and all them little old patches, we need to get them covered over, and we'll have some nice road all the way.
Oh, we will, son. You're right there.
Yeah. So we appreciate that. Anyway, if you can help us, we'd appreciate you helping us. Folks, God bless y'all. See you next week.
Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Foods.